So here's what I began to recognize I had to go back to chapter 27 of Acts, and I began to read right around, where was that? The 22nd verse. This is Paul talking to the people after they've been caught up in the storm. He said, "And now I urge you to take heart, for there will be no loss of life among you. There will be no loss of life among you, but only of the ship." Okay, somebody got to hear what I'm saying. The thing you rode in on might not make it, but you gonna make it. The thing you were counting on to get you from one place to another, it might not make it, but you gonna make it. But Paul, how do you know that? 23 says, "For there stood by me this night an angel of the Lord, to whom I belong and whom I serve, saying, 'Do not be afraid, Paul. You must be brought before Caesar.'" That's your mission. "And indeed, God has granted you all those who sail with you." Just because you on the ship, they gonna make it. "Therefore, take heart, men, for I believe God, that it will be just as he told me." Okay, yeah. And so so first thing you got to do, if you're going to renew your faith, renew your mind, you got to remember who God is. When that shocking thing hits you that tries to shake your faith, you got to remember who God is. Somebody hear what I say. You got to understand that he is the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. He is all powerful and omniscient, and he has all power. He is God. He is the God that parted the Red Sea and the God that brought Jesus back to life. The same God is with me right now. When something hits you that tries to shake your faith, you got to remember who God is. Satan's job is to try to make you forget how powerful the God is that you serve. And we start acting like God has no power, like God has no authority. If you're going to renew your mind, you got to remember who God is. This book is not a book of fables. This is a book about how powerful our God is. And you got to remember who God is. The storm that he was in was not greater than the God he served. And I came by to tell somebody today, regardless of what you're going through, it is not greater than the God you serve. Cancer is not greater than the God you serve. COVID is not greater than the God you serve. Bankruptcy is not greater than the God you serve. The people betrayed you are not greater than the God you serve. The people that spoke all manner of evil against you are not greater than the God you serve. The creation is not greater than the Creator. And since there's nothing existing in this world that was not created by him, it is not greater than him. You got to remember who God is. Yeah. Number two, you got to remember who you are. Satan keeps trying to make you forget who you are. No, come on, I need somebody to go with me right here. The storm did not change who you are. You were anointed before the storm. You're anointed during the storm, and you're going to be anointed after the storm. The storm don't change who you are. COVID don't change who you are. Pandemic don't change who you are. Satan's trying to make you forget who you are. Something happens and you ain't even spoke to the thing because you forgot who you are. That God said things have to obey me.
Hands together. Oh yeah. Love God with faith. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I was running in circles, jumping the hurdles, getting caught in that rush of doing so much. I was